Hello, welcome back to part 2 of the Rebel hangar mock build. Jumping from yesterday where I left off, where I just placed a couple of the ships and talked about sort of what the storyline throughout the hangar. I spent a couple of hours on it since then, and at the moment it's looking so good. Obviously it's going to take ages to do this, but yeah, I'm just going to quick run through of what I've done so far, and yeah, where I'm going to go next with it. So I just wanted to start off by saying I brought all this, some grey pieces for 13 quid from a little third-party Lego store, and that is really helping me out with this build at the moment. The rest of the room is an absolute mess. Yeah, it's hard to not look at that stuff, but it's just my OCD kicking in. This is the mock at the moment. I'm going to go through quickly what I've done so far, and then the changes that I'm going to be making, and possibly a bit of building, what I'm going to be doing next, etc. But yeah, so we start off here with an X-wing, and I built I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but I've never built a mock before, and I'm so impressed with some of the little details that I've been putting into this mock at the moment. Just like this little stairs here, and it's at like an angle, so I used a curved piece here which then matches up with the angle of this, and this is where they'll get up, jump into the cockpit. And I'm gonna have a couple of wires because this is going to be like hangar slash, like where they're building and repairing and stuff, so there's going to be wires dyed about. And obviously nothing I show you at the moment is finished. It's just I've basically been sectioning where I want to put stuff throughout the mock. I've still got to jump to the shop and get 4 more of these base plates. So yeah, I think at the moment it's looking so good with the details, etc. I'm going to have to take apart this, because this is going to be moved one base plate that way, which then will free up this whole base plate here, which the A-wing will sit there. So that's that bit there. Again, these are just little bits that I haven't fully put down yet, but I know that I'm going to be using them. So we've got another X-wing. This is going to be Luke's X-wing. This is where Luke, Solo, Princess Leia and stuff's going to be. I'm not 100% sure how to do this, but I was thinking of doing so within the mock, separate mini storylines, instead of so I'd have a Princess Leia over there with Luke, and then she might be in a different little story over here, but I'm not sure how it will look with 2 lots of main characters. We'll see how it goes. But oh yeah, just before I quickly show you the rest of the mock, these are all my rebels at the moment. A couple of main characters. This is everyone that's going to be in the hangar. I have what is it? I don't know when this is going to be out. So in the last week, I have brought 2 A-wings and 18 rebel pilots, some more troopers, basically just rebels. No actual 18 of them or 18 of them. It's just a mixed match of 18 rebels. That's a lie. I got 18 rebels, and then on another order I think I got 4 or 5 more. So yeah, let's just say 20, 22, 23 rebels. That's what's come in, which will be cool, which that will have to be part 3 when I've put a bit more down, because yeah, I basically don't want to put too many figures down yet. I just want to basically position them all at the end. But yeah, I've got so many more rebels coming in, 2 A-wings. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this mock done. I am putting as much time as I can into it, as well as being on daddy, family duties, etc. Yeah, so we go from that X-wing to that X-wing, and then I'll leave the best bit last at the moment. So we've got Han Solo here. Again, this is going to be one of these base plates ×2 pushed up against the wall, so you won't see the desk here. But yeah, so we've got Han Solo down there. He's looking up at Chewbacca. He's fixing the Millennium Falcon. I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but I am going to change it out a bit. But the way that I got Chewbacca to sit in there is I literally just took his legs off and then placed him so he kind of looks like he's poking out of the hole of the Millennium Falcon, which is quite cool because there's a scene, can't remember which film, but Han Solo's down there, Chewbacca's up at the Millennium Falcon fixing it, and they're talking. So these are the little storylines that I'm going to be doing throughout the mock. Again, this will be covered with base plates, so yeah. So I basically started doing some, oh, this shadow is awful, sorry. So I've started doing some like little mini builds that I'm going to be putting up in throughout the mock, just to make it look like it's busy. There's always little bits of God knows what in a rebel base, so just little bits like that I've just been basically just making up on the spot, going, oh yeah, that, put that together, and yeah, that's going to go out for the whole mock basically. I'm stumbling my words here. I'm just pretty excited to have started this so quickly, and I've basically jumped so quickly into it. But yeah, we're going to go to it's not complete, but it's my favourite bit of the mock at the moment. So this is going to be like a little control room. I got the idea from on Hoth. They have these blue screens, and they've got like a little rebel headquarters within the hangar, and I thought that was so cool to include. This hangar is not Hoth specific or any Yavin 4. It's just a Hoth. It's just a rebel hangar, but I am going to add little bits from different movies into it. Yeah, I made this table just out of a little Technic piece, and then I've got this big nice tile piece that just sits on top, perfect height for them to act like a table. And then again, we've got some antennae coming out, got some barrels, some controls with the screens. I'm going to try and find some stickers for these screens because I think they look so much better like that. But again, this is where I've kind of thought, I've actually done all right with the detail here. Just like little bits like this that just gives it a bit of something else instead of just bricks that they're building on each brick, so it just looks quite cool, I think. I'm gonna have to go buy some more of these because these I didn't know existed, and I got them in that big grey bundle of bricks. So I'm going to put another one there, and then I'm going to attach it to a tube that runs through there. It's going to go all the way down there, and then out into some little generator there. So I'll have a big tube going throughout the whole mock, which will look quite cool. And yeah, I only got given 2. So I'm going to probably put a bricklink order in for them. But yeah, it's just the little details that I'm really happy with at the moment. I'm going to fill this with tools and bits, but yeah, I'm going to probably hide some Easter eggs in here as well. I think it'd be quite funny to, when I was at the Lego shop yesterday, they had these little wrap pieces. I'm just going to pop one under the Falcon, and just if I do eventually on the outskirts pretend that this is Hoth, then add a bit of snow, and then a little bunny or something, like a little snow bunny, just little things like that. Do you know them, what are they called now? On the actual Star Wars game, they've got the white, and then they're white circular droid things, and then they're green and red buttons. I'm going to pop one up on the screen now because yeah, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I'm going to add one of them into the mock as well. Down here is just a little hallway. I want to add something quite cool here, a little Easter egg, or I don't know, a little stormtrooper helmet in the corner. I just want, once this is finished, I want to be able to spend ages coming down and being okay, there's pieces there, a little story there, and it's just, I'm just going to build and build and build on it, and have so many little details in there and stuff, a little generator room there, and little satellite coming off the top. It's been so good so far, it's been so fun, but it's only a short one because at the moment, again, I'm in the stages of just developing where things are actually going to go. I don't want to build too much until I know that once that's pushed there, then how far is the Millennium Falcon going to come out there, plus another 2 base plates there with an A-wing. I don't want to get too crazy into it right now. Just step by step. I'm probably just going to build this up for the next couple of days, and then work my way around each ship, and then add the figures, and eventually clean up this room, because yeah, I'm one of the people that likes everything in perfect place. And you know, I've got some droids down there, I've got pieces there, that there next to the slave one, and you know, I've got the Mercedes F1 in front of the shuttle. Like, it just, yeah, it's so difficult to work and then look over there and be like, oh, it's an absolute mess. But you know, it's my first mock. It's quite a big one for my first one, so I'm, you know, putting everything into it and clean up as I go along. And I need to find a home for these boys, because they're just sat there doing nothing. I think once this works out well, and I know that I can actually build mocks and it does decent on YouTube and Instagram, I'm going to turn it into an Imperial hangar. I think that would be quite cool. I'll get a couple more TIE fighters, and you know, the big shuttle landing with Darth Vader, and that's another story. This is what I'm focusing on now. But yeah, this is part 2. Maybe part 3 I will video me putting the A-wing down and a bit of building, but at the moment our little one's asleep and trying to find the time to actually like put my phone down and record me building. It's just, yeah, it will take a lot of time. So on the third one, I'll make sure that I've got a good few hours on it to myself, and then record putting the A-wing down, putting some figures and building some more, and while I'm building it, explaining why I built the things the way I did. You know, hopefully it will help someone else out who's thinking about building mocks, because at the moment, like the day that I said I'm going to build this mock to now, I've spent what, 13 on figures plus 5 on the other figures, so that's 18, and then 2 A-wings which were 20 quid each. So you're looking at like 50-60 quid from, you know, I already had loads of stuff anyway. So the day that I said I'm going to build it to now, I've spent 60 quid on it, and you can't see 60 quid's worth because obviously it hasn't arrived in the post yet. But yeah, it's cheap, like compared to some of the mocks out there that are thousands, and hats off to them, they do such a good job. I see it at the conventions, but this is my first one. I've only got this size, I've only got the money that I've got, so yeah, probably a couple more purchases, like especially with some grey pieces and whatnot. But yeah, well, that wraps up for part 2 of the Rebel Hangar mock build. I hope you continue to follow this progress, because I'm gonna get really stuck into this and I'm so excited. I've got a few ideas of actually how to build like a wall around it, just so it looks a bit more enclosed. But you know, I can't tell you how I'm going to do that until I do it eventually, because yeah, I want you to come along the journey with me, part of the process and part of the fun of building this mock. So thank you as always. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on everything for more Star Wars Lego updates and photos and videos. Yeah, cheers.